welcome back to another episode of Viewer Mail, looking at the stuff that you people have sent me. So to start off with, I do want to mention, because I get a lot of emails, and I'm not very good here lately about responding to emails or the comments on the videos. I finally got caught up. It was starting to get out of hand, but I think I'm there. But viewer Gary, I've talked about before, he's told stories and he emails me stories and whatever. He has started his own YouTube channel where he's telling some of his stories and recollections from the old days. So you need to check him out. I'll put a link, I think it'll be up here on this side, to his channel. And you can listen to him tell stories from the old days. It's Biggin is the name of his channel. It was Biggin44, but I think he had some trouble with the name and had to change it. I don't remember, but it's up there. He's told 4 or 5 stories by now, and they're pretty interesting. It's more than just when you read about it, but when you hear somebody tell it in their own voice, it's kind of more meaningful, so that's pretty interesting. I got an email from, well, I can't find my email from him, but I've gotten several emails all the time from Wes and Bailey. They send me emails pretty regularly. And Bailey sent me an email, and he said that he was sending me something. And so here is his letter to me. Good evening, Ross. Enclosed in this box are 2 items. The first is a graduation invitation for my senior year of high school. We'll take a look at that. He has a whole bunch of pictures, and there are several with Olivers because they have Olivers, and I think his grandpa was big with Olivers, so that's pretty spectacular. Graduated, it looks like, in May. I'm a little late with making the video, but congratulations to Bailey. So I'm sure he will go on to do great things. So, first item was an invitation to graduation. The second item is a 1/64 scale tractor to add to your collection. I came across this little guy at a toy show that was an hour and a half south of me. I purchased a set of 1/64 white American 80s from a gentleman who also had this tractor, and he made me a deal for all 5. I thought this tractor would better fit your collection than mine. Let's have a look-see. It's a little 9650. See that little fella right there? It's even got front wheel assist. That's pretty cute. So that's neat. Thank you, because I did not have one of these, and I do have quite the collection of toy tractors. So we will put that in with the rest of them. Keep up the great videos, especially your mechanic videos. I really enjoy learning about turning wrenches on this older iron. Nothing beats going into Grandpa's shop and smelling dirt and grease and turning wrenches on an Oliver or white tractor. I'm getting closer to starting a YouTube channel. I've gotten a GoPro and mount, but have yet to decide on a YouTube channel name. LOL. So I've talked about it before. He has asked me several times about what it takes to start a YouTube channel. He wants to start one, so hopefully pretty soon there will be another Oliver White themed YouTube channel. I have several people who have been doing that. My cousin, if you haven't seen his YouTube channel, Oliver770 Farm Boy, he started filming some videos, and I think he's finally got it figured out. He's got the videos where they show up full screen now, so check those out. It is finally raining here as I write this letter. The first measurable rain since before the beginning of April. Beans will be starting to get planted later this week, and now the grass, corn, and wheat will be happy. Thanks for all the laughs and great videos, Bailey. So thank you again, Bailey, for all the kind words and for your present. Like I said, I did not have one of these, and it's just like my full-size tractor. So I will definitely put that with the rest of my collection of toys. Next in our adventure of stuff, if I can make room here, because I don't know how far away you can see, I got an email from somebody here. I try not to tell people's last names because I don't know if they want it or not. But I got an email from David here the other day, and he said, "Did you get the such and such that I sent you?" And I said, "No, I haven't been to town yet." So I went to town, and I found this. It says, "Hey Ross, use these to replace the makeshift cup holder and the twine on the 3-point hitch on the Fiat. Love watching the channel. David from Mobile, Alabama." So let's take a look at what he has got me. He got me, let's see here. There's another piece of paper in here. I think this is the instructions. As if I can't, that's kind of comical, because the first thing is a magnetic cup holder. That's super cool. So you can set your drink in there and whatever. And I find it funny that they sent me instructions on how to use this. Like, I mean, if you can't figure out how to use this, I don't know. Like, ooh, yeah. So, mobile cup holder. That's pretty sweet. And it is actually, it's got like a foam or something. It's soft is what I'm saying. So hopefully it doesn't scratch up your paint. So that's good. And then he sent me a 10-piece pack of bungee cords. So now I can replace the piece of twine string I had on the Fiat to hold the arms together with this. So thank you very much, David. Like I said, I appreciate all of the gifts and stuff, but I certainly did not intend for you to send me stuff. I mean, I am appreciative. I've said that before. It's hard to maybe get that across, but like I said, not expected, but very much appreciated. And I appreciate everybody who watches the videos and leaves comments and tells me, you know, what they like seeing. I enjoy hearing the stories from people. Sometimes the videos remind them of something that they did or their grandpa did. The rig, you know, might be the same rig that they used to use, you know, tractor and implement. So I enjoy all that stuff, and I like hearing from you. Like I said, I'm getting tons of emails and tons of comments and tons of phone calls and text messages, and I'm not doing a very good job of keeping up on all that, and I apologize for that. It's just, it's a lot for one person to handle. I could just about have a secretary to deal with all of that. The other day, it's what I told somebody, I laid down and took a nap for a couple hours, and when I woke up, I had 51 text messages. So it's getting to be quite the volume of stuff. And so if I don't get back with you right away, don't be offended. Another thing, if I don't get back on your comments on the video, YouTube sends me an email when you comment on the video. But what it doesn't do, it doesn't send me an email when you comment on the comment. So sometimes I don't see that you replied back a second time, and so I don't get you answered that way. So don't be offended if that happens to you, because it's probably because I just didn't see it. I don't go back through every video and look at the comments. I use the little studio app on my telephone, which lets me see all the stuff, but it doesn't notify me if somebody replies to something I said, only the original comment. So if that happens, don't be offended. Also, if I spell your name wrong or call you by the wrong name, don't be offended at that either, because sometimes I have caught that the autocorrect changed what I wrote just before I click send. And like, for instance, somebody who comments on every video pretty well is Earl. It always wants to change his name to Girl. So I have to catch that all the time, because I don't want him to think I'm insulting him, saying, "Hey girl, you're doing it." No. It does that for some reason. It changes, what's another thing it does? It changes the name Hugh to something. I can't remember what that is, but it changes it to something all the time, and I have to watch it. If your name's Alan, there's like 3 or 4 different spellings, and it changes that a bunch of times, and I have to make sure that it's the right one. And also another thing that it has done recently, it used to tell me what your name was, just spelled out, like Joe Smith or whatever. Now it has switched to where it just tells me that this comment came from user 8764-Z3QPXY Brian or whatever. And so I have to try to figure out who it was who sent. Some of them I recognize because it has like part of what your actual name is in it, but some of them are just letters and numbers. And so if I don't call you by name, I apologize, because it's hard to sort all that out on my end when I get it. So I'm trying, is what I'm saying. Don't be offended. I appreciate your comments and your feedback. And in the whole history of doing all this, I think I've only blocked one person. And it wasn't because, I don't know. It was just getting to the point of annoyance of the hateful comments that he was making all the time. So I blocked him. And if you don't like that, that's too bad. But I got better things to do than try to please the same one person over and over again. So, yeah. I don't mind a little negative feedback, and I don't mind people telling their opinion, but if you're going to constantly harass me and say bad things, don't be upset if you aren't allowed to comment anymore. I'm trying to do it the best I can, and I think I've been pretty generous with, you know, saying whatever you want, because I think that's the way we should be. We should be able to say whatever we want. If I don't like it, I'll tell you what I think right back. And if you don't like that, we can still be friends. I'm fine with that. So, anyway, I got off on a tangent again, but thank you, people, David and Bailey, both, for the gifts. And thank you all for watching the videos. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.